Kazakhstan is an incredibly vast country. Its landscapes stretch for thousands of miles, a truly epic scale. You see towering, snow-capped mountains in some regions. Then there are the endless rolling steppes, stretching as far as the eye can see. The history here is ancient, rich, and deeply fascinating to explore. For countless centuries, nomadic peoples roamed these expansive lands. Their lives were completely intertwined with the rhythms of nature, the seasons. This powerful, enduring history has shaped everything in modern Kazakhstan. It has especially influenced the food, which I believe is the very heart of its culture. Kazakh food tells a compelling story of survival, resourcefulness, and adaptation. The culinary traditions of Kazakhstan are a direct reflection of its nomadic past. Think about it. People on the move need food that is sustaining. They need dishes that can be prepared with what is available. This means a strong emphasis on meat, particularly from their herds. Dairy products also play a huge role, a natural bounty from their animals. The flavors are often straightforward, honest, and deeply satisfying. Let's begin this incredible journey into the heart of Central Asia. Among all the incredible dishes in Kazakhstan, one stands out. This dish is called Beshbarmak. The name itself is wonderfully descriptive and tells you a lot. Besh in the Kazakh language means 5. Barmak translates to fingers, so Beshbarmak literally means 5 fingers. This name refers to the traditional way of eating the dish. People would gather and eat it together, using their hands. For the Kazakh Nomads, Beshbarmak was and still is far more than just sustenance. It is a powerful symbol of their culture and their way of life. It represents community, the bonds that tie families and tribes together. It signifies respect, especially for honored guests and elders. Serving Beshbarmak is an act of profound hospitality and generosity. It is the centerpiece of celebrations, important gatherings, and family feasts. When Beshbarmak is on the table, it means something special is happening. It's a dish that brings people together in a very meaningful way. This dish truly captures the spirit of the Kazakh people. The magic of Beshbarmak lies in its seemingly simple ingredients. Yet each component is chosen with care and plays a vital role. The undisputed star of the dish is the meat. Traditionally, horse meat was the most prized and commonly used. However, lamb or beef are also frequently used today, and sometimes even camel. The key is that the meat must be of good quality. It is boiled for a long time, slowly, until it is incredibly tender. The goal is for the meat to literally fall off the bone. This slow cooking process also creates a deeply flavorful broth. Next, we have the noodles, an essential part of Beshbarmak. These are not like Italian pasta, they are uniquely Kazakh. They are wide, flat sheets of unleavened dough. The dough is typically made from flour, water, a pinch of salt, and sometimes an egg. It is rolled out thinly, then cut into large squares or diamond shapes. These noodles are traditionally boiled in the same rich broth the meat was cooked in. This allows them to absorb all that wonderful, savory flavor. Beshbarmak is a testament to making the most of what the land provides. Preparing Beshbarmak is not a rushed affair, it is a labor of love. It often involves the whole family, a communal effort filled with tradition. The process begins with the meat, which requires patience and time. Large cuts of meat, often bone-in, are placed in a big pot with water. It is brought to a boil, then simmered gently for several hours. Any impurities that rise to the surface are carefully skimmed off. This ensures the broth, the sorpa, remains clear and pure. The slow cooking tenderizes the meat to perfection, making it succulent. The aroma that fills the home during this process is simply incredible. While the meat is simmering away, attention turns to the noodles. Making the dough from scratch is a cherished part of the tradition. Flour, water, salt, and perhaps an egg are mixed together. The dough is kneaded until it is smooth and elastic. Then, it is allowed to rest for a short period. After resting, the dough is rolled out very thinly on a floured surface. This requires skill and a good rolling pin, often a long, thin one. The thin sheet of dough is then cut into large, broad pieces. I'll never forget my journey deep into the heart of Kazakhstan. The landscapes were unlike anything I had ever seen before. Vast, unending grasslands stretched out to meet the distant horizon. Majestic mountains, their peaks often dusted with snow, rose in the distance. I was there on a mission to learn, to taste, to truly understand. I wanted to experience the nomadic way of life, which is so central to Kazakh identity. This ancient lifestyle has shaped their culture, their traditions, and of course their food. I hoped to connect with people who still lived close to these ancestral ways. My quest was to find the authentic flavors of the steppe, and naturally I was eager to try a true home-cooked Beshbarmak. One crisp autumn day, my wish began to come true. I received an invitation that filled me with excitement and anticipation. A family of semi-nomadic herders had heard of my interest. They graciously invited me to visit them at their seasonal camp. They lived in a traditional Kazakh yurt, a circular felt-covered dwelling. Getting there was an adventure in itself, across rugged, open terrain. The air was incredibly fresh and clean, carrying the scent of wild herbs. The anticipation in the yurt was palpable as the Beshbarmak neared completion. My hosts, the nomadic family, were incredibly gracious throughout the process. They smiled warmly, their faces reflecting a genuine kindness. They were preparing this iconic dish in my honor, a stranger from afar. I felt a profound sense of gratitude for their willingness to share. The aroma intensified, filling every corner of the circular dwelling. It was a rich, savory perfume of slow-cooked meat, fresh dough, and sweet onions. My stomach rumbled in anticipation. This was going to be special. I could sense the pride they took in their culinary heritage. This meal was clearly a significant expression of their identity. Finally, the moment I had been waiting for arrived with quiet ceremony. A huge, ornate wooden platter, the tabak, was carefully brought in. It was laden with a magnificent mound of food, a true feast. Piled high was the most tender-looking boiled meat I had ever seen. It was nestled on a generous bed of wide, glistening noodles. The noodles themselves looked incredibly inviting, soft and flavorful. The dish was generously topped with rings of softened, translucent onions. It was a beautiful, rustic sight, a testament to their hospitality. Eating Beshbarmak with that wonderful nomadic family was a truly profound experience. It became crystal clear to me that this dish is so much more than just dinner. It is a vibrant lesson in culture, a deep dive into history. Beshbarmak is a narrative telling the ancient story of nomadic life. It speaks of incredible resourcefulness in often harsh environments. It highlights the resilience of people who lived in harmony with nature. The emphasis on using every part of the animal shows a deep respect. Nothing was wasted in the traditional nomadic household. Everything had a purpose. This philosophy is beautifully embodied in the preparation of Beshbarmak. The dish itself is a testament to this sustainable, respectful way of living. The communal platter from which Beshbarmak is served speaks volumes. Sharing food from one large dish is central to Kazakh culture. It fosters a sense of unity, equality, and togetherness. Everyone partakes from the same source, reinforcing community bonds. Hospitality, as I experienced firsthand, is absolutely paramount in Kazakhstan. Guests are considered a blessing and are treated with the utmost respect and care. Serving Beshbarmak is one of the highest ways to honor a guest. It is a demonstration of generosity, warmth, and open-heartedness. Beshbarmak serves as a direct, tangible link to Kazakhstan's nomadic ancestors. When you taste this dish, you are tasting centuries of history. Imagine for a moment life on the vast, windswept Central Asian steppe. Nomadic communities were constantly moving with their herds of livestock. They followed the seasons, seeking fresh pastures for their animals. Their existence was one of incredible skill, endurance, and adaptation. Food needed to be, above all, nourishing and sustaining. It also needed to be prepared using ingredients that were readily available. This practical necessity shaped the evolution of their cuisine profoundly. Beshbarmak is perhaps the ultimate expression of this culinary heritage. The core ingredients of Beshbarmak were staples of the nomadic diet. Meat came from their horses, sheep, or cattle, their most valuable assets. These animals provided not just food but also clothing, shelter, and transport. Flour for the noodles could be carried with them on their migrations. Water was found at springs or rivers along their traditional routes. Onions, if available, could be cultivated or traded for. This dish provided the energy and protein needed for a physically demanding life. It was a source of comfort and familiarity in a world of constant change. My culinary journey through Kazakhstan was an experience I will never forget. The sheer scale and beauty of the landscapes were simply breathtaking, from the bustling modern cities to the tranquil, timeless steppes. But even more memorable were the people I met along the way. Their warmth, their generosity, and their deep pride in their culture were inspiring. Exploring Kazakh culinary heritage was a true privilege, a journey of discovery, and without a doubt, experiencing authentic Beshbarmak was a major highlight. It was a dish that captured the essence of the country and its people. It's a simple food, yet it holds such profound meaning and history. This is the kind of food experience that travelers dream of. Beshbarmak is a dish that does more than just nourish the body. It has a unique ability to nourish the soul as well. Sharing it with my nomadic hosts taught me invaluable lessons. Lessons about community, the importance of coming together, lessons about respect for guests, for elders, for tradition, lessons about history, understanding the foundations of a culture. It showed me how food can be a powerful bridge between people. It can transcend language barriers and create lasting connections.